Hi everyone, welcome back to the last episode of tutorial What is Better, discussing the path upgrades, the cost, efficiency, everything like that. And we're gonna discuss now about the BLOONCHIPPERS upgrades. Let's see here the special building. So range, so not attack speed but range of the BLOONCHIPPERs. Then now these the balloons that emerge are dazed and slowed briefly, so the balloons are slowed. And the last level here, banana vacuum, so BLOONCHIPPER collects nearby bananas automatically, very likely the farmer. So the special building here doesn't give us anything really good, because the last upgrade, the last level here is going to be useless, because it's just going to collect bananas. And but yeah, whatever, let's get here the BLOONCHIPPERs, let's see the cost and everything like that. So BLOONCHIPPER is a tower that is pretty useful, and he has a decent range, as you can see. And the pretty cool thing about the BLOONCHIPPER to know is that it can contain inside of it 4 balloons. Okay, so no more than 4. It seems that is bad, but it's gonna be okay, because for example a rainbow here, there's gonna have 2 zebras are gonna split into 4 black balloons, and now in 8 pinks. As you can see, the pinks are sucked in almost immediately, and as the greens, so as the balloons comes out, the BLOONCHIPPER is gonna automatically suck in other balloons. And also the BLOONCHIPPER is the only tower that can like store in the ceramics, and the ceramics are gonna stay inside the, oh wait, sorry, okay, let me do it again, better now. And the BLOONCHIPPER is gonna hold off the ceramics until all of the layers, all of the 10 hits to destroy the ceramic layer is gonna pop. So watch this now, the ceramic is inside, as you can see, it's not exiting until the layers are popped. So that's really how the BLOONCHIPPER works. So the balloons stay inside the BLOONCHIPPER until the layers are popped. Okay, when the layer is removed, then the BLOONCHIPPER is gonna expulse the balloon in front of it, and it's gonna suck in the other balloons. So let's discuss here the upgrades. So first upgrade, dual layer blades. Shred balloons, taking off 2 layers instead of 1. So really pretty simple. Instead of destroying 1 layer each time, now the balloons are gonna get destroyed 2 layers in the same amount of time, right? Okay. Second upgrade here, second path, says triple barrel. So provide the most efficient balloon shredding possible. As you can see by the cost, the second upgrade is gonna be a lot more expensive than the first one, almost 6 times more expensive. And yeah, well, let's check out here the damage that is gonna be done. The BLOONCHIPPER here is set in first balloon, so let's get here as always 1 rainbow, destroyed pretty easily. Let's see, 5 rainbows. Okay, some balloons passed here. Let's see, okay, so already with 5 rainbows here, some balloons, some yellows passed. And yeah, so let's check here the ceramics. As I said before, the ceramics are gonna be inside of the BLOONCHIPPER until the layer is popped. Let's see, 4 ceramics. As you can see here, all of the 4 ceramics are inside the BLOONCHIPPER, so there isn't any more space and room for the last ceramic. So the ceramic is just gonna pass just like that. And in this case here, a lot more of balloons are gonna pass. And yeah, so this is the first upgrade really. Let's get the second one here. So the second one is more expensive, so it should destroy more balloons, right? As you can see here, triple barrel. Okay, let's get 1 rainbow. Okay, destroy pretty easily, but as you can see, we're destroying 1 layer each time. Okay, 5 rainbows. As you can see, these Bloon Chipper here, even if it gets one layer destroyed each time, but it's shredding the balloons much faster because there is a triple barrel. Let's get here the ceramics. Let's see the ceramics. So the first upgrade with the 5 rainbows, already some balloons passed. Instead, with this upgrade with the 5 rainbows, everything was fine. Let's check here the 5 ceramics. So as you can see here, the balloon chipper can always contain just 4 balloons, so it's not gonna get the last ceramic here. Okay, so let's see how many balloons can pass, and if more balloons or less balloons are gonna be taken down here. Okay, so a lot of yellow passed, a lot of greens there, blues, and no more. So I think that more or less the amounts of balloons that passed are the same. So this upgrade here is better for rainbows, but for ceramics, when the ceramics are more than 4 ceramics, the balloon chipper is gonna start struggling, and almost the same amount of balloons are gonna pass. So that's really not a good thing, right? Because we would be spending 6 times more cash to get this upgrade, and then at the end the ceramics popping power is almost equal. It's almost the same. Maybe it's a bit better with this upgrade, but it's not really a lot of change. As you can see, this upgrade here can suck in MOABs, and so do the other upgrade here. They can't suck in MOABs, so I'm just gonna spawn one again, but I'm sure you know. So the balloon chippers can't suck in MOABs with just 3-2 upgrade and 2-3, and they can't spot camo. So camo balloons here are gonna be invisible for them unless there is a tower that reveals camo or gives the balloon chipper the ability to spot camo. Okay, so it seems here that both of the upgrades are pretty equal. So in terms of ceramic popping power, they're equal. But of course, the first upgrade is gonna cost 6 times less than the second one. So we're already getting closer to the verdict here. But let's discuss here finally the last upgrades. Let's see which one is really better. So the first upgrade here says super wide funnel. So wide funnel can suck in MOAB class balloons, which will be shredded for up to 3 seconds after being ejected. So now we can suck in MOABs. So before with just the 3-2 upgrade we couldn't, but with the 4-2 we can. And that's really the main reason why balloon chippers are used and 4-2, because they can destroy MOAB layers. So as you're gonna see now here, I'm just gonna spawn 5 ceramics here again, and as you're gonna see, the balloon chipper is not getting any stronger. The amount of balloons that are passing are almost the same, but the difference here is that if a MOAB spams out, as you can see, the balloon chipper is gonna be able to suck in and to hold the MOAB until the layer is destroyed. Of course, here a lot of balloons are gonna pass, but we destroy the layer. Let's see a BFB here. So as you can see, also the BFB is destroyed pretty fast, and that's cool, right? So one thing I want to make you know, if you place here this balloon chipper, so to suck in MOABs, you have to take it to strong, so to target in the strong balloons, because if you place it in first and before the MOAB of the BFB comes out you get 4 ceramics, watch what happens. The BFB is not sucked in. Now it's gonna suck in. Oh wait, that was just bad. I'm gonna just spawn a MOAB here. Because as you remember from before, the balloon chipper is gonna get at maximum 4 balloons. So if inside of it there are already 4 ceramics, it can suck in MOABs, right? So as you can see, the MOAB here is passing by without being absorbed. Now it's getting shredded, but the ceramics are already in a position when they are a lot more near the end. Okay, so that's why I highly recommend, if you use the Bloon Chipper here to suck in the MOABs, always choose strong abilities. Okay, of course here, if four ceramics are gonna comes out, of course the Bloon Chipper is gonna take down the first bloons that come into the range, that are gonna be the ceramics. Okay, but here in strong targeting, the MOABs, the Bloon Chippers are gonna target first the MOABs, okay, or the BFBs, or the Zomegats. So if there is a Zomegat here and MOABs, as you can see, the Bloon Chipper is focusing the Zomegat, not the MOABs, because the Zomegat is a strongest bloon than a MOAB. So that's really why, if you use Bloon Chippers with this upgrade here, always place in strong, so that you're gonna be sure that the Bloon Chipper is gonna suck in the MOABs, okay, or BFBs or Zomegats. Okay, so let's discuss here the other upgrade. It's gonna be an activated ability. It's gonna cost even more than the first upgrade here, 5.7k, and it says huge burst of suction power brings all nearby non-bloons class bloons toward it, and holds them there until they are sucked into the tower. So let's check out here with 10 ceramics here. As you're gonna see, the ceramics, even if they're not popped, they're kept together. After the effect ends, all of the bloons are gonna disperse. So that's really the ability. It's not gonna make the Bloon Chipper any stronger, anything like that. It's just gonna make the bloons to stay around the Bloon Chipper, so they can't move around. So for example, here again, as you can see, all are here taken together until they can be sucked in by the Bloon Chipper. Of course, if the amount of bloons is just too much, even after the effect ends, the bloons are gonna start going around, just as you saw there. So last verdict, which upgrade is better? I think it's pretty clear. The first upgrade here is almost the same popping power as the second one, but it's gonna be 6 times cheaper. And the last upgrade for the first path here makes us able to suck in and to destroy MOAB layers pretty fast, and it's one of the most useful abilities, passives here, towers to have, because so many times the MOAB layers are so hard to kill that that's it. And the other path, instead, it's more expensive, and the last upgrade, the ability, is gonna be also more expensive, and it's not gonna be a very useful ability, and it's not gonna be able to suck in the MOAB. So last verdict here is first upgrade for the Bloon Chippers is always better in terms of popping the bloons. It's almost the same as the second path, but is a lot more cheaper. And of course, the last upgrade, sucking in the MOABs, can be compared with the ability of just holding the bloons. And yeah, so always go with the first upgrade for the Bloon Chippers. So hope you guys enjoyed this last video. I know I haven't done some videos about some towers, but unfortunately here in Sandbox we can't discuss that, because some towers can be discussed only with a proper setup, so in a real game. So stay tuned. Probably I'm gonna be doing something like a daily challenge in Impoppable tomorrow maybe. So stay tuned for that, and bye bye.